Man, that's going to make for an interesting story. Can you get yourself up the rankings? You being half Cuban, like you said, and Peter Quillen being full-blown Cuban, but definitely looking Afro-Cuban, like you said. Also being in the middleweight division. What do you think about that? Because that's a fight that's going to take place in your division. Andy Lee, Peter Quillen just got announced for Barclays Center, April 11th on the Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson undercard. Being as though that's your division, man, what do you think about those guys?
I think those guys are excellent. I think Quillen's an awesome fighter, man. He's tall, he's got power, he knows how to use his range. Andy Lee has a devastating right hook. That's a game changer. So I think that's going to be an awesome fight. And all of those guys are awesome fights for me down the road. I think the key thing right now, though, is just to realize that professional boxing is also a business. So I have to take the fights that are going to propel my career in the direction that we want to go. I would love to fight every middleweight out there, but we have to be strategic and very smart with taking the right fights. But I mean, like I said, anybody calling me and their money is right and the fight is right, we're going to go get it.
So are you back in training camp, or do you usually wait to get a call from your promoter before you start the training?
My trainer's back at home. They won't let me not train, you know, and me, I love to train. You know, my kids, my wife, and training, that's my life. So, I mean, training camp is just 3 days after the last fight, you know, so.
Well, you said you wanted to do things strategically, do things so that you can definitely move yourself forward in your career. Obviously, you're not going to be calling anyone out. You're going to take the fights that your promoter gives you to place you in position. So when do you think Willie Monroe Jr. is going to make it to HBO or Showtime or possibly NBC, which has become the new big stage?
Hopefully the next fight, hopefully very soon. It's a lot of contenders on both sides. But the thing that I like to put out there is, you know, from me personally, I'm signed to an awesome promoter. I'm signed to Artie Palulo with Banner Promotions. And we know the boxing state. We know the state that boxing is in right now. You know, we can't play stupid. We know that it's two sides of the fence right now. And we know that if you're on this fight, on this side, you're fighting this guy and this guy and that guy. And if you're on this side, you're fighting this guy and that guy. With somebody like Artie Palulo, I'm right in the middle, so I could go left or right, which gives me a bigger opportunity to do things like the old school fighters used to do, just fight everybody and possibly unify a title. I'm not gonna sit here and stand behind my promoter and call out a guy on this side when I know I'll never get to fight him because I'm on this side, and vice versa. You know what I mean? If they find some belts on the left side and the right money, we're gonna go take them. If find some belts on the right side with the right money, we're gonna go take them. You know, it's equal opportunity ass beatings. Excuse my French.
Oh, don't worry about the French. But you did say you'd go up or down depending on the opportunity and the money. And being as though that you're talking about sides, Paluto is very friendly with Demetrius Andrade, who's currently a champion in the division at 154. You already contemplated going down if that fight was offered. If it was offered, because you're not calling him out, would you be willing to take a slick southpaw like Andrade?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm pretty sure he would say yes and no. Somebody just asked both of us at ringside, why don't you guys fight each other? We both said no. I mean, like, we're good friends. We came up in the amateurs together. We were on national teams together. I know his father really well. He knows my family. We sparred before. So, I mean, like, we know each other, and on top of that, when you got two slick southpaws, you're gonna stink up the joint. You got two counter punches, so you're gonna have to put some big punches in there that's gonna press me and that's gonna feed my style, and you're gonna have to do the same with him. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if different fights are offered, it depends on where the money is and what's gonna propel my career. But I don't think a Demetrius Andrade will propel Willie Monroe's career, and I don't think a Willie Monroe will propel a Demetrius Andrade career. I mean, I heard he was getting ready to fight one of the Charlos, so you got two slick southpaws. Why don't they sign both of us up to fight the Charlos, you know? Make that a double header. Let the two southpaws go beat up on the Charlos, you know? And, you know, so I mean, it's...